Hey everyone, welcome to the Blaine UNAA comp. We are going through the amateur course today. We have Matthew demonstrating the course here. We have two 2-point obstacles. The rest of the obstacles are 1-point obstacles. UNAA rules are you must land on the pad, not on or past. So if you do end up going past the pad or off to the side, that does count as a fall. Also, posts are not allowed anywhere in the competition. So anywhere in the course, you cannot use posts. We will have our first obstacle, which is the rolling log, starting off here. Matthew is going to go across it. So it is the rolling log to the red pad. Once again, he has to stick the landing, so that would be a clear. Once I say clear on the obstacle, you are allowed to start the next obstacle. Next one is going to be the cliffhanger. There will be tape marks of what rock holds you can use to climb up to the cliffhanger on competition day. You are allowed to do the cliffhanger with hands and feet. Goal is to dismount onto this blue mat. You're allowed to use this wall and any of the holds on this wall in order to secure yourself when making the dismount. Go ahead, Matthew. Any cliffhanger holds and any holds with your feet are allowed, as well as smearing on the wall. That'll be a clear. Next up, we have our first 2-point obstacle. It is the slackline, and it's going to be stepping down onto the circular pad, and we have the PVC roller over to the trampoline. Both of these are lower body only, so you cannot use your hands or anything to assist yourself, including on the circle pad when getting onto the PVC roller. So your first point is when you get 2 feet onto the circle pad. So not at the end of the slack line, on the circle pad. Second point is when you get 2 feet on the trampoline. And that would be a clear. Our next obstacle we have is the flying squirrel. This is our other 2-point obstacle. We have the 8-foot flying squirrel, and then flying squirrel up to the rolling bar. So your first point is when you catch the first flying squirrel. Second point is when you make the dismount onto this red mat with the smiley face. You're not allowed to use posts. And you're not allowed to use hands on the dismount mat, so you must stick it lower body only. Matthew, go ahead and demonstrate for us. That is the first point. Incidental contact on these mats here is okay. You're allowed to move this rolling bar as much as you need to in order to make the dismount. Clear. Our next obstacle is the devil's pipes with rings. So, goal is to dismount onto this U-block. You can take as many or as few moves as possible in order to get dismounted on the U-block. Once again, posts are not in play and lower body only for the landing. That'd be a clear. Next obstacle we have is called the U-turn. It starts on the U-block. You go to the first trapeze. In order to proceed, you must get 2 hands onto this trapeze bar here, and then 2 hands onto the last trapeze bar. So you must go in that order, first, second, third. You cannot skip the second one. You get the point, and it's a clear when you have 2 hands onto this lache bar. You go ahead and demonstrate. For this, you can do grabs or laches, however you feel like you need to in order to get to that lache bar. That is a clear. Next obstacle, we have the PVC lache. So 6-foot PVC lache, upper body only. Go ahead, Matthew. Dismount is on this pad. You can use the bar up above you as well to secure your dismount. Posts are not allowed, but you can use the bar up above you. Next obstacle, we have the carabiner hooks. So we have the 3 carabiner hooks into the monkey bars, into the invisible ladder, and you get your points when you land on this red carpet over on this side here. Once again, upper body only. You're only allowed to use the hooks on the carabiner, so not the strap itself. And you can use any of the monkey bars and invisible ladder. Incidental contact is okay on those pads, but if you do put too much weight on that, you will be deducted a point. Our second to last obstacle we have is the pillar dash. So you can get as big of a run up as you need, going through all these pillars and landing on the circle mat. You cannot go past the circle mat, you must stick the landing on it. Go ahead, Matthew. That's a clear. And our last obstacle, we have the 14-foot work wall, which is this big blue one. We're in the left-hand corner. Hands must stay in the blue area at all times, and your time stops when you are at the top of the worked wall and both legs are over the worked wall. That would be a clear. All right, everyone. That is the UNAA amateur course. We will see you this weekend.